Hopefully we should be going live. And three dots. And we're live. Hey everybody, welcome back to another RSG lunch stream. I'm your host, Ranger J 1999, and I am super hyped, mainly because I've had 2 giant mugs of coffee. I've been up early this morning doing some stuff, and man, what a busy day we got for you. Holy moly, in the frijoles, we had a busy day for you guys. We're doing the lunch. When Finn did his marble things this morning, so there was balls flying around, and then we're doing the lunch stream, and we'll do like we always do. I'll break that down here in a second, and then we're going to do the Q&A, and then we got the Wednesday night stream, and I've gone cross-eyed. It's unbelievable. But glad to have you guys here on this hump day. Let's break down how it all works. So this is our live stream for our lunch hour, where we hang out with you wonderful people for the next hour or so. We're going to do some questions. If you have questions, pop those in the chat. Make sure you put question in front of your statement. We're going to do mod depression. That's right, Ranger J every day gets his ass in there and gets his... It's depressing, and I just don't hit it. It's for your enjoyment. And then we've got a roster review where we will cover someone's roster in depth, answer their questions, and we'll do it that way. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and subscribe. It helps the channel out tremendously. If you'd like to donate while we're doing live streaming, you can. You can do it on Twitch. You can do it on YouTube. We have super chat set up with funny little stuff that happens on the screen, and you can donate. If you donate $20.01 or more, you get the pickle explosion. I whip out my pickle. Finn whips out his pickle. We all whip out our pickles, and then you get the wheel of commercials where you can pick your commercial that you like us to. We can either spin or you can pick a commercial. It's all good in the hood. So glad to have everybody aboard. We'll shout out everybody here in a second. So make sure you say hello in chat. We'd like to say hi to everybody. But before we do that, let's introduce our panel. We've got, of course, Stoner Jedi himself is here. Xylo Takedown.
Pew pew, happy hump day.
Yeah, me and Xylo were sharing our war stories of the anal rapage we took in phase 1 of the territory battles.
Oh yeah, all the scars, all the battling.
All the pain and suffering, Xylo.
It was almost as bad as the mission to Kyber.
Oh God, Kyber. But we've done it, Xylo. We've gotten Kyber. We're in the Kyber League. Let me just go to the beautiful portrait of me with my gold and blue standard around my name. It means I can go out in public with my head held high and say, "Hey, lady, did you know I'm in Kyber? Would you like my phone number?"
Do you get an exclusive all-around discount for Kyber League?
You get everything. Like when you go into a bar, they just give you free drinks. You're like, "Oh my God." Kyber's
They're like, "Here,
best.
take this bottle."
Like when I do drugs, it's better because I'm Kyber.
That's awesome. Good job, brother.
All right. Also, someone who joined the ranks of Kyber, Dr. Finn Medicine was here, and he's a Kyber League member too.
So 2 things. 1, this conversation has been very enlightening. I'm going on to my Match.com right now and adding that I hate Kyber.
You get so much ladies, Finn, it'd be unbelievable. Just say, "I'm a doctor."
I didn't realize how much of a turn on Kyber was.
Just say 3 things, Finn, you need to put on your profile. 1, you're a doctor. 2, you love Baby Yoda. 3, you're a Kyber master.
Secret Agent Finn.
Secret Agent Finn.
Congrats, by the way, Finn.
Thank you.
He's won a lot. He hasn't been trying to win.
I wish I cared more.
God damn it, Finn, you better care about Kyber. Kyber's life, bitch.
The ladies love Kyber.
They love it so much, Finn. They love that extra sensation of being in Kyber.
And the other thing I will want to do is I would like to send out my sincerest thanks to everybody in the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes community. If it was not for you, we would not be able to thoroughly beta test the live Lightside GOTB. So thank you very much for participating in the live Lightside GOTB beta test. We appreciate all of your feedback.
We're all guinea pigs.
No, we're beta testers. Remember, this game is not officially live. This is all a beta test. You've been under a delusion for the past 4 years. This has been a 4-year beta test.
Listen, Finn, as long as
it's still not working.
As long as it's Kyber beta testing, I'm all in.
But remember, the game is still not working. This is still in beta test, right? We still can't even get missions completed without missing buttons and the game crashing and then getting the circle of death. And now this game mode is released. I mean, this is effectively a 4-year beta test. So I would like to, if CG will not, I will, as CG Finity, although Fedora Hat may make a appearance later tonight.
He's in Kyber too.
Nah, CG Fedora Hat can't play the game competitively.
He plays it all the time.
No, he's not allowed to.
He logs in. He's Kyber Finn.
So I want to thank all of you guys for beta testing this game for the last
guys.
years.
That's very
Hopefully
nice. That's very nice.
Go live with it at some point to the public.
I didn't know that.
So
Finn.
thank you very much.
That's some incredible knowledge you're dropping on us. That's insane.
I mean, do you think CG would really release a game in this manner if it was real? I mean, come on, this is a beta test.
Yes.
This is a beta test. So thank you guys for beta testing
It's a
for as much as you did. And investing in the beta test, it means a lot to CG, I'm sure.
It's a dry run for Kyber Finn. Get over it. And you got Kyber, so you got what you needed. All right.
Thank you very much, Dr. Gonzo.
Thank you for the bits, Dr. Gonzo. Always appreciated. Man, Dr. Gonzo's been on fire, man, when I've been doing GAC. And I like to interact with everybody, like get everybody's opinion. What do you want me to run and stuff? Although the Wampa versus the Jaws yesterday, I took that suggestion. I didn't feel good about it.
Did Dr. Gonzo give that suggestion,
No,
though?
that was not a Dr. Gonzo suggestion.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, so everyone was like, run Wampa versus the Jawas. I'm like, okay, we'll put Tenacity Luke in there.
I actually wrote in there, don't underestimate the Jawas. As soon as you said that, I put it in the chat.
But, you know, we had the victory in hand, though. It's not like it was going to make a difference.
I'm just saying, you don't underestimate the Jawas. They're actually also banner killers because of the thermal detonator.
Yeah, they suck.
If your team goes too fast, you're going to get thermal detonated
so
and lose health and protection.
I mean, really, instead of 1920, I got 19 something. So, I mean, it didn't really make that big a difference, but it was funny as hell. I was laughing so hard.
Dr. Gonzo's like, hell no, I didn't suggest Wampa. No. That was dumb.
That's not what someone who does Kyber does, Finn. We don't run those kind of teams. All right, let's go through the chat. Say hi to everybody. We got Yuta says happy hump day, Skewerland. Hope the world is treating you well. We hope the world's treating you well, Yuta. Finn the Revenator's here. He's waving. Say hi to him, Finn.
Hi, Revenator.
You son of a bitch. Jason Hummel says happy hump day. Hey, Jason Hummel. Zen420 says sup, skewers. Makwa says Mike, what day is it? Hump day. Same from Zem. He said Mike. Dr. Feelgood's here, Finn. He's the one that makes you feel all right. He says happy Wednesday, skewers. Wouldn't it be nice if there was something to discuss in tonight's longest running live stream?
That reminds me.
Heroes. Oh wait,
I'm gonna put a link in the chat.
What?
The dev Q&A is going to be tonight. Make sure you get in your questions. There's a link to the Survey Monkey. If you guys have questions,
is it tonight during the? Is it today? Right?
No, it's not tonight. It's going to be just before our Wednesday night stream. That's why I'm trying to get everything ready for Wednesday night. Because it's going to be starting at 3:30. We're going to be packed all the way until like the evening time. So we're going to have like 7 straight hours almost of craziness.
All right. So Foreigner says hello there. Hey Foreigner, Slap Meathead is here. Says yo, Finn, Slap Meathead. You know, he's here. You know, he's yo. Zen420 says let's break out the whiskey and just be done with this workday. I'm down with that. You know what I'm saying? Waffle Dolphin says good morning, RSG crew and skewers. D Perks with the whale symbol in the chat. Darth Vader 87 says hello there. Dan the Man says hump day. He's whipping out his pickles, Finn. Those are some extra long pickles he's got in the chat. Gino says hello there, everyone. Hey, Gino. Wolf Phil says hello there. Rooster says rise and shine, mother picklers. Oh, Samuel L. Pickle Jackson is here. Ouchie girl, Ouchie Dumplings here. She says, hola lunchers. Hey, Ouchie. Skywalker Vader, Canadian brother up north there, eh? He says, good afternoon there, everyone, eh? Pickles out, new TB is so much fun, sad face. You know, even when he's making a sad face, he's happy, Finn. That's just the Canadian way. Dan the Man says, did not like my ball today. Well, that's what happens when you play with your balls and doing the marble races. Things happen.
Well, it's when you play with them in public.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was playing some last night, Finn. A lot of lube flying around there. I was very uncomfortable.
Lube and syrup.
Yeah, a lot of lube and syrup. I had a very moist marble. I did not like it. I mean, I love M&Ms, but not that kind of M&M. So, Just throwing that out there. Zalo.
I mean, we're gonna have to nerf it a little bit because Ouchie went crazy and started lubing other people's marbles.
That's what she does. Ouchie loves to lube.
It was allowable then, but we're gonna end up having to change that rule.
She loves lubing the balls, Finn.
We're gonna be changing that rule here very soon. That you can't lube other people's marbles.
You don't dictate to that lady what she can lube and what she can't.
Yeah, you're not gonna lube other people.
Nev says, "Hello, Governor. Hello, Nev. Make sure you guys check out Nev's channel. It's a fun channel. I try to go there when I can. Support him, up and coming streamer. A lot of fun stuff.
Nev, by the way, really quick to Nev.
What?
Really quick to Nev. I didn't get a chance to message him after the weekend stream, so I need to.
You bastards!
Sorry, I have been swamped with things
I've been
over the last
swamped
few
too,
days.
Finn, and I'm getting crap done. Stop it.
I mean,
Stop
it's not
whining.
like we really have anything big coming up.
No more complaining. No more have to go to the bathroom. You'll get stuff done, Finn.
Yep, nothing big coming up this week.
No, not really. Except for the weekend stream, but that's not really that big. I mean,
no, I mean it's not even that long.
It's not that long. I mean, it's not that big a deal, Finn. I'm just throwing it out there, you know. Bill Sam says, "Sup, Ranger? Sup with you, Bill?" Torn Jack says, "Good afternoon, everyone." Dr. Gonzo H, my man with the plans, says hello. Hey, Dr. Gonzo. Gina says, "Enjoying the new content." Well, we're glad you are. Bill Sam says, "Ranger, are you going to reenact Q&A? Last time it was so funny." You're damn right I am. And we may even have some new folks popping in, right, Finn?
Well, I don't know. Right now, the names on the dev list are the same. But I don't know how to describe it. It may not be necessarily a new one. It's hard to explain.
All right. Dr. Gonzo says, "Kyber was too easy this time. Too many points. Seems like any scrub like Finn and Ranger can make it now. There's a fighting word, Zalo. He's destroying."
Oh, no, he's right. I said it as soon as I hit Kyber. I was like, how the hell did I hit Kyber?
You won all your matches, basically, you knucklehead.
I've done that before, and I don't do any of the feats.
Listen,
like that's always
I've done the math.
I have missed Kyber by like 500
If
every
I win
time.
this match, I win 11-1, and I did my points. I subtracted 6,000. I still would have made Kyber. So, damn it, Dr. Gonzo.
Yeah, I wouldn't have.
I still haven't made Kyber.
Guys, see, that's right. See, we have some who haven't even made Kyber yet, Dr. Gonzo. It's not that easy. Jason Hommel says, "The real SWGOH will launch January 1st, 2025. Okay, so we have an official day. That's good. Rooster, Finn's match profile. "I love Star Wars games and spraying SQDs. I'm a card carrying Kyber member with a slight case of LITPH.
I mean, not wrong.
He's not wrong.
After that light side GOTB, I mean, LITPH is going around
that
here.
Was some.
We're trying to spread the SQDs and the LITPH, and it seems to be
not
successful.
in light side TV. Let me tell you, folks, that was a lot of taking, not giving. Let me just put it to you that way. Suicide Squad says, "Morning." Let's see. Game and Fruit Guys here. Hey, I haven't seen that name in a while. Says, "Tunes must be Gear 13 Relic 7 for Theta mats to be unlocked." Well, got all kinds of helpful information. Pierre Zagon's here. He says, "Hello." Let me see who else is here. We got Hacks Redneck right there. He says, "Morning skiers." Hey there, Hacks. Ziggler says, "Someone has to ask the Dez if they saw the RSG reenactments of the last Q&A. I mean, if you guys want to do that, it's fine. We're not going to do that. So, let's see. Dr. Garner says, "Zylo didn't make Kyber because he's such a stoner he forgot to sign up for the first round." Federico says, "Good morning."
I mean, all of these things are science right now. I like that our RSG fans are all about science.
It is science. Speaking of science, Alchie says, "You better not take away my ability to lube other marbles," and she screamed at Finn.
It's happening, Ouchie.
Everyone say goodbye to Finn. It was nice knowing him, but when Alchie gets done with him, there's not going to be much left. John Davies says, "Just got a Mercat Luke Skywalker." Very nice. All right. I think that's all the introductions. If I see your name that I didn't shout out, we'll do it along the ways. But enough of that. Let's go do some mod depression. Because, well, I mean, you guys enjoy seeing me suffer. This is what we do. So we're going to go slash some mods. It's going to go horribly wrong. I can tell you that right now. We got all these green mods we got to do and get rid of. Sick of them. Wait, do I have any I need to sell? Oh, yeah, all these crap mods I didn't hit. Get out of here. Get out of here, you blue fours. You're not worth anything. Get out of here. Forget about it. All right, so we'll filter by, like we always do, speed. And then we will sort by speed. Because we don't, well, okay. I guess we're not going to sort by speed. You're going to be stupid. All right, here we go. All right. And we'll go get to the green 4s here and do some slashing. All right, here we go. The diamond, let's slice this. Might as well. All right, I need some mats. Let me get some of these delicious mats. We'll roll all this wonderful mod energy. We only got 14, even though we rolled more than that. That's some bullshit drops. God damn. All right, I guess we're only slicing one mod today, so that sucks. Well, let's see what happens, folks. You get one shot at this only. So here we go. And health. Well, we can sell this stupid ass worthless mod. Get out of here. Get the fudge out of here, mod. And every time, Finn, every time I try to unlock this mod, when we do this, we get the spinning wheel of death, Finn. So guess what I get to do? I get to reload the game. Well, that's fantastic. Well, I mean, that's just what I love to do when I'm streaming your product, Capital Games, is have it completely not work. That's fantastic. That puts a lot of enthusiasm and faith and confidence in your product. Good Lord. Every time, man.
Every time.
No, let's turn around.
Don't even roll a mod, and it always rolls prod.
Turn around. Every now and then Finn tries to get lucky, but strikes out with women and turn around, bright eyes.
I am trying to roll a mod, and I need you now tonight, and I need some speed forever. Okay.
And if you only hold Finn tight. Oh, God damn it, this game. All right, Zala, welcome to my world. Let's see here. We're going to switch over to... We're going to do a roster review. Today, we're doing Infinity profile, not to be confused with Finity. This is Infinity's profile, and they are in NL/BE Spartans, so shout out to your guild. And let's see what they want us to look at. All right. Why is this not working? Okay, there we go. Science, maybe? Okay. I would like to have a review as preps for Lightside TV. Well, oh God. We'll get to that in a second. Which characters have
Ranger J 1999 Adult Diaperoos are a great help on Lightside
boy,
GOTV.
let me tell you, folks. Let me tell you something. Oh boy. Well, we'll get to that subject in just one moment. Don't you worry there, Infinity. Oh God. And which characters should I relic 7? One more thing if it fits. Which Padme team to use for my roster to beat Darth Revan Malak? Okay. Well, let's take a look at this here. Really, it's about Lightside TV and the Padme team. Yeah, we can help you with some of this, but let's talk about Lightside TV. Let's have a little talk here, folks. Let's just talk about it. Relic 7 doesn't really mean much in this. No, it just really doesn't.
You can't even throw around the term.
Let's talk about what happened with MC3, who got 4 stars in Phase 1, by the way, and we're 254 million GP. We have a bunch of people that have Padme and all the characters relic to 7, right? God mods. Like, they have all these characters, right? And we went enthusiastically thinking that maybe this TV, we were shooting for 21 stars, right? After Phase 1, we've come to the realization that we can't do dick.
Preach.
The horror and screenshots we saw from this was unbelievable. Fully relic 7 character teams getting one-shotted. We intentionally, after a few attempts with the Padme team, stop the special mission because fully relic teams were getting crushed.
Ranger.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the stuff today?
No.
I know you've been busy.
I've had some interviews and stuff. Yeah.
You didn't hear about what's happening?
No,
with,
what's happening today, Finn?
You don't know what happened with Lightside GOTB? Oh my god.
I think there was a bug. Someone said that.
Oh yeah. You know what the bug is, right?
No,
Okay.
what?
So we're 220 million GP, right? And we should have got 4 stars, but we ended up with 3 stars and whatever, right? So we got 2 in the ships, and we got 1 in the bottom.
Sure.
Right? And so we were leaving the middle. We intentionally delayed in the middle so we could have
I like
that
to start at the bottom and then
work
work my way to the middle. I get you.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way it normally works.
Right.
I mean, that's science right there. So, you know, we held back in the middle so we could progress through the bottom. Our stars were going to be better that way. Well, we go in today, and I log into my guild Discord. There's all kinds of messages. You know why? Because the bottom part didn't progress. Bottom in phase 2 is still locked. But you know what is unlocked? The middle in phase 2. So currently, we have available to us 2 middle zones and a bottom zone.
Fantastic. I hadn't even looked. Is that happening with us right now, Xylo? I hadn't even looked, bro.
If you held back in the middle, then it happened to you. If you got a star in the middle, then you unlocked everything in phase 2. So apparently that middle zone unlocks everything. So yeah.
No.
No.
I'm gonna go here right now.
Yeah,
No, there is not a bug. If you're on the Discord.
What we did.
Yep. So there's no bug. Loki put it very well. There is no bug. It is WACGI. It is working as CG intended.
Wait. So if you didn't get a star in the middle, you can't progress?
You unlocked everything.
But if
you unlock the middle, in phase 2. If you got a star in the middle, then you also unlock the bottom in phase 2.
Wait, we didn't unlock the middle. We did 2 stars in the south. But it
Yep.
looks like
So since we didn't get the star in the middle, we don't get a progress
Oh
in the
my
middle?
god! What? We can't.
Oh
Oh my god!
That's
We can't do
terrible.
the middle.
That's
Oh no! My god!
You see?
Everything's locked.
You see?
Bro.
What?
Bro, I call shenanigans on that one. That's
Wow.
shenanigans, bro.
Oh! You know the best part, right? You know the best part?
Oh, Finn, you're about to like kick us in the teeth right now, aren't you?
Oh yeah. I'm definitely gonna kick you in the teeth.
Oh
here.
god.
Oh,
So the bug was reported yesterday, right? And so Crumb made a post in the dev forums,
Okay.
right? So he put a post, and here's the last line, right? And I'm just gonna read the first part first because I think that's gonna anger you, and the second part may not anger you as much. So I'm
Sure.
just gonna read
Okay.
the first
Sure.
part.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna read the paragraph first. It says several pairs have reported issues unlocking the correct subsequent territories in phase 2 of Republic offense, right? Blah blah blah. This has to do with what we just talked about. The first part of the last sentence: we will not be intervening on this issue now. And the second part of the statement is, and we'll look into it first thing tomorrow morning. Right? And so this phase has been open for almost 12 hours now.
Oh.
And CG is probably just getting into their office. So welcome to tomorrow morning.
You can't make this shit up, man.
Hooray!
Bro, even the expression "better late than never" doesn't apply right now.
But it's,
I'm sorry.
Oh boy.
That's trash. That is trash, bro.
By the way, you're not sharing your game right now, Ranger, so they can't see what we're talking about the
well,
characters
let me
in case they haven't seen it.
So here, let me flip over. So I'm looking at the game right now. So we can't do anything in the middle. I think we can do stuff in the south.
Actually, you can do everything in the middle. You can do everything in both the middles, actually.
You just can't do it in the south.
You can't do the south. The south is completely locked. You notice how in the bottom it says locked?
It is locked.
Oh, so,
no!
unless you got a star in the middle phase 1,
no!
you do not unlock bottom phase 2. Regardless of what you got in bottom phase 1, It does not unlock bottom phase 2. So currently, the missions you have available are middle phase 1 and middle phase 2. You potentially have middle phase 3 as well if you didn't already deploy or do missions there, I think. I'm not 100% on it. But there you go.
So we're not even going to get to touch the Kiati Mundi mission. We're not even going to get a look at it. That's crap, bro. Oh my god. Excuse me, but that's horrible, bro. Oh my gosh.
God damn it, CG! What are you doing? Jesus Christ! All right. Well, let's go back. Oh God, they're back. The people are back, Finn. God, they're making noise outside my window. Oh God. Well, if you hear that, a lot of noise in the background.
Don't worry, Felipe. This is every guild. Because the funny part is, if you look at the amount of GP that you need in order to do the releases, I would say there are a lot of guilds doing this strategy because the bottom zone requires the least amount of territory points in order to unlock. It requires 80 million. And then you only need 40 million in order to hit that second star.
Man.
So most people are probably going with 2 stars in the bottom and holding back in the middle because that is the most effective way to handle your GP. So this is going to be a problem pretty much everywhere. So yeah. Once again, as I started out by saying, I would like to thank everybody out there in the SWGOH community for being the live beta testers for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes for the last 4 years.
Hearty, healthy, congratulatory thing on that as well. I mean, that's important. You know, the recognition is important, Finn. You know, so. Oh my sweet Jesus. Okay. Oh God.
And as a reminder, we have a dev Q&A in 3 hours. So if you would like your questions answered, please make sure that you I'm going to put the link in the chat now. So make sure that you submit your questions.
Yeah. You can't even. Oh God.
Dude, they can't like go back and like restart day 2 or something.
No.
Like they can't do anything.
No.
Really?
Wait. You remember what they said before, right? They can't make changes to TV in the middle of TV.
You can't
because the live
you
game
can't do
mode
nothing.
Bro, that's trash, man. And they're not going to give us rewards or anything either because there's no way to scale it.
No way. No. All right. So anyway, we were talking about light side GOTB for our good friend Infinity's roster review.
So Infinity Gaming was asking about light side GOTB. Ranger, what should he do?
Well, the first thing is to scream and yell a lot because let's look at your team. You've got a Relic 7 Kenobi and Anakin. Good job. They're worthless. I mean, your Padme's Relic. You have a Relic 5. You have a Relic Grandmaster Yoda. It's a really good job. I mean, honestly, the characters you should be farming and you are farming is ARC Trooper. You want to get the clones up. I mean, we did see the effectiveness of Echo, at least, in Phase 1 for me. I only beat the first phase with the Relic's Echo. It did a really good job of sending the droids and stuff like that. But really to make that team work, probably more effectively is going to be ARC Trooper and Gas. For that team to have any shot in hell of getting past round 2 of the first phase missions, you know, with the droids and stuff. Good Lord in heaven, they destroyed. Padme is how do I put this? You have no chance in hell with the Padme team. I mean, some people have done it, but I'd say 90.
We had one person in our guild do it.
Yeah, but I'd say 95% of people that went in there got slaughtered. A little bit of RNG with that, and these are high relic characters. This is what blows my mind. But long-term thinking, maybe they change things. Maybe we'll do some stuff. We got maybe a level increase. I don't know. The Shock T is important. The clones are important. You've got a good majority of your Galactic Republic done, so that's really, really important, is that those are the characters. I think C-3PO is going to need to be reliced because they will one-shot his ass with an AoE like you would not believe. You think Gear 12 will cover you? You gonna die. You gonna die, clown. Yeah, that's right. The Vince McMahon no chance in hell thing should be in the event music. No chance. No chance in hell. You got no shot, Finn. None. But yeah, you're gonna need Cody, Clone Sergeant, to see you're working on. So the big key ones: get our Trooper, keep farming him, Cody gear, and you just got to get these characters relicked. Just sniff a chance, and that's it. So, yeah. So if you're gonna work on characters, I think Shaak Ti is important to clones. Ahsoka Tano is important too. The big three of the 501st, along with our Trooper. I mean, you're going to need these characters for gas anyway, so for the team eventually. So that's where you can focus the majority of stuff. We don't have gas, so let's go to your separatists real quick and just see where we're at with that. All right, B1's really good. That's Relic 4, Relic on Asajj. So it's looking like maybe take Droideka to 12, B2 to 12. You already have your Manda Guard 12. You got the 2 key characters for that gas event. We do want to eventually do Geonosian Brood Alpha, get him squared away. Your other Geos are pretty solid. I can tell you, you're going to have to eventually get them to 12 or higher, especially Geonosian Brood Alpha. I'm also thinking Darkside TB as well. So if you can get your Geo squared away, get some of those special missions done, things of that nature. And the team's just really good to run on those days that you're not using them. I mean, they're a really good team in that event. So you can get a lot of stars with that team. So let's get a relic on your Geonosian Brood Alpha as well. I do Droideka to 12, B2 to 12. And yeah. It's a really good job. You're doing a great job on your Walk 10 board. You already got the Zeta 6 stars. Yeah, he's a pain in the ass to gear, but yeah. All right, so we got that. What else did he want us to look at? Counters to Darth Revan. Your Padme team is more than enough to counter the Revan team. You have Relics characters. I don't have any problems. I looked at your team here. Your Kenobi, Anakin, Padme, 3PO combination. Now, you can go a couple ways with the Padme team. You can go with Ahsoka. I have gone away from Ahsoka because I have gas, so I put Ahsoka in the clones team. But then we got ARC Trooper, so I'm gearing up my ARC Trooper. He's going to be 7 stars in the next week, so I'll get gear on him immediately. So he'll be on my gas team that brings Ahsoka out. Some people like Shaak Ti as a 5th. You can use her as a 5th on the team. I do right now in defense. It has done exceptionally well in GAC. The team that I've been running for defense is Padme, Anakin, Kenobi, 3PO, and Shaak Ti. It's been wonderful. I like Ahsoka a little bit more if you're going to run them on offense. They're both really good. There's no right or wrong answer. They both give certain attributes and stuff. I like the assist mechanic on offense with Ahsoka a lot more because you can really she can really hit hard. And with Anakin and Padme and stuff, when you're running 3P on offense, that's really, really nice. And I think you've got the team here to really do some damage against Darth Revan. So you can save your own Darth Revan, which we're going to go look at right now and see how your Sith Empire's doing. It's just really good. Yeah, really beautiful characters here. All relics. Let's check the speed on your Darth Revan. 315. Needs a little bit of work on no speed sets, so we need to get a speed set there. Need to get him a little bit faster. What's your... Yeah, we need some speed on... Yeah, we need to look at your mods because relic-wise, character-wise, Infinity, this is looking really, really good, dude. This is looking really solid. I like this a lot. You gotta work on your modding because it's just too slow. I mean, Padme, you can get away with it. It's just a counter, right? But Sith Empire team, you got to be faster. Revan's got to be above 320, and Bassel's got to be above 310, right? The reason I do so well in GAC is I don't even leave my Revan on defense. I leave Padme on defense. But my Darth Revan's mods are so fast that the people I'm facing, they put Darth Revan down on defense, and I win. Now, sometimes I win 5-0. Sometimes I win 3. 3 characters are left. It just, when you're doing a mirror match for Revan, those things can happen, right? Countering faggot because it's just damage flying all over the place. But I always win because my Revan goes first, I shock, and then my Vassal always goes second, and she does her thing, and it's game over. So take that into consideration.
Another I can recommend a quick
go.
Another Darth Revan counter that I've been enjoying a lot lately is the Shaak Ti lead with the 501st clones.
Explain.
And then Anakin is the 5th Jedi Knight Anakin. So like with Shaak Ti lead and a fairly modded Rex, my Rex is 295 speed, so he gets the 35 speed from the Shaak Ti lead. Majority of the time, even from the faster modded Darth Revan teams, you're gonna go first, and then if you can hold Echo's AOE. You do Anakin's AOE his first turn, and then the second time around, Echo throws his grenade. More than half the team's gone, even at a higher relic tier. And I have a lot of fun with that one for sure. And you can still stretch out, like for example, like Ranger was just recommending, putting Padme on defense. You can pull your Jedi Knight Anakin off that team and put R2 in on that team.
You do that,
or you know what I mean. Like you can still make something really good off of Shaak Ti and on offense, and then Padme on defense right there.
Yeah, you could go Padme, Kenobi, Ahsoka, Shaak Ti, 3PO or R2. That team works really well, right?
Yeah, you could keep Shaak Ti for offense and then put both the droids down.
Oh, yeah, keep Shaak Ti, so put R2 and 3PO together. Yeah, they work really well, especially if you got the Zetas.
A lot of health and protection regeneration, and then R2's number crunch is going to share General Kenobi's health and a lot of those stats, so it'll make the team even more survivable.
Yeah.
And annoying. That'd be a really annoying backwall team, actually. I'm going to try that next round.
Mm-hmm. Nothing like a backdoor team to win.
Yeah, right?
And Zyla knows, even though he's not Kyber yet, he will be soon enough. He knows his stuff.
I'm not Kyber yet because I'm too busy farting around. Like I'm always trying something different, or what I mean.
Stop
like,
that! You gotta be
short.
focused, Zyla. You gotta be focused, man. It's about Kyber, man. If you're not
Kyber bust, bro.
It's Kyber bust, man. If you don't get Kyber, you're not shit. I wouldn't even be able to recognize you in public. Like Zyla, like, hey Ranger, what's going on? I'm like, who are you?
I only know Kyber people.
Now shut up while I talk to my apprentice, because he's always Kyber. He doesn't have to play, and he's Kyber. So, but yeah, there's some work to be done here. Yeah, modding is an issue here. So I want to go to your mods, because Finn, have you been looking at the mods?
No.
All right. Well, then I'm going to look at them. So we are
I can bring it up here in a second.
Lacking terribly in speed mod sets. Oh boy. Some really good mods here with speed. I like the offense mods. There's a lot of good diversity here. Problem is we are hurting for speed mods. And for you to be 5 million GP, this is an issue. This is a big issue, my friend. We have got to go all in on farming mods. Now I understand, trust me, the RNG factor when it comes to mods is ridiculous. I mean, I've rolled thousands of mods on live streams. I know what it is, but you've got to fully commit to it. I mean, you just got to keep it. Remember, it's quantity to get quality. That's just the nature of what we're dealing with here. I mean, this is why I do so well in GAC. It's not, I mean, I face people that have 200,000 or 300,000 more GP than me because they have all the relic characters and all this other stuff, and they cannot beat me because my mod game is way better. And that's just the way it is. We've got to commit to, I mean, you're getting, let's look here, you're getting well in Arena and Fleet. So it's not a crystal payout thing. So you've got to go, I'd go heavy into mods here. What I would recommend, I mean, you're doing gear and stuff too, but why did I do that? I can just hit back. I'm such an idiot sometimes. Come on, Ranger, use technology like it was meant to be used. But I would refresh the mod challenge, and I would refresh some of the slicing materials. I mean, you can do, 3 mods at 50, right? So you can get all that mod energy and get a ton of mods. Slice them. There's a guide out there, and we need to go all in ham on your mods. So I would do the 350. I would do 350 refreshes. Get a buttload of speed mods. Anything 4.3. Get them to fudge out of there, and then start slicing. If it hits speed, keep rolling it, right? And you can use some of your other crystals to get some of the mats if you need mats, right? Because you have that incredibly good crystal income coming in. Long term for GAC, arena, things of that nature, you're okay because you're doing very well in Arena and Fleet, but with talking with Loki and talking with some of these higher wells as you're starting to head into there, if your mod game ain't on top of it, you are going to get crushed. Loki's mods are incredibly good, and at his level, which is where you're heading, he gets stomped because of the mods. And I would avoid that for you. So 3 refreshes. Let's get tons of speed mods. Let's keep slicing. Any gold mod speed with speed secondary 5, buy it, roll it. That's 2 of my best mods I got from doing that. Now it's a 1 in 100 chance, but you know, it's not like they pop in every time. They're very rare. So if you see them, go for it. That'll help you out tremendously. We need to start getting some of these speed sets. Your highest speed set mod is 20 on a triangle. We definitely need to get some more speed on this team. And it matriculates down to your other teams as well. When you're thinking about TW, you're thinking about GAC. And God help us thinking about Lightside GOTB. Good Lord in heaven. Especially in GAC, having those mods filtered down to your other characters, where your arena team is really awesome, but the other teams, like when you look at my teams and certain characters, like my boss has 338 speed with the 30, right? So it forces people to have to use teams they don't want to, because if they don't, they run a risk of losing. Same thing with like my troopers. The reason I can use my troopers on offense is because my Stark is like, with the 20 plus speed, is like damn near 300. So I can outspeed a lot of teams, get them going, and get them kick ass. So that's why we have to filter. Anything mod you get between 14 and 18 is still solid. You can use that on some of your lower tier characters. That'll make a big difference for some of your teams. But yeah, that's the one weakness I see. I mean, you've got tons of really good mods here where that's 20 speed, but just the highest speed one is 20. That's hurting you, buddy. That's hurting you. Anything else you're seeing here, Xylo? I mean, we talked in depth about Lightside GOTV, what he can work on, things of that nature for gas, things of that nature. I mean, his roster looks really, really good. But we are definitely, we got some work to do on the mods. Anything else you want to interject besides the counters and stuff like that we were discussing?
Well, when I think like if your mods are a problem right now, right? Speed first. So look at your leaders that optimize speed that you can put on defense, and then some characters that may benefit you a little bit more on offense, right? I mean, so like from an offensive perspective, I'm thinking like when you're using like your rebels, you have Akbar's speed lead, right? So Akbar is a great mechanic for like CLS, right? So you can have a bunch of mass assists. You're gonna go before the turn with Han anyways. So there's a couple of other leaders too, right? And I mean, like your extra Empire characters, if you're running like an extra Empire team or anything like that, Tarkin lead, turn meter mechanic leads. You just utilize what you can on offense, and then another really good sleeper, even though people don't really like, Ranger was just referencing earlier with Bosk. You can go 2 ways with like the bounty hunters and Jango Fett in particular, right? Like Jango Fett plugs into the new gun raid team really fast, or even as the leader with the bounty hunters. I would just try and find some leaders or characters that are more influenced by turn meter and speed gain, and then try and use that more to your advantage. Rex, since he got that rework, even though he doesn't boast the turns as much as he used to, he's still a really great character for the speed mechanic now. Shock T being the leader, she's one of the fastest characters in the game, so find a way to utilize either or in the leader position until you get gas. Stretch out your Galactic Republic faction as much as you can. And Ranger referenced a lot of good things for you for Darkside GOTB. And I would be weary of what you spend. Just focus fire one character at a time. And then I would say in the next couple of weeks, we could even see the Jedi Galactic Republic reworks, right? Like some of these new characters like the Geos did when Darkside hit.
You're
it took
so
a couple
hopeful.
of weeks.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean,
You're so hopeful, Xylo. That's so cute.
So like when Lightside GOTB dropped, I splurged all my resources on ARC Trooper, and now I'm back in Horde mode again. So I'm saying what I'm doing personally is waiting for maybe a good week or two to start spending any of my big incomes, just doing the regulars, mods, Cantina refreshes, and then trying to build that cushion of crystals now before.
You better be using those crystals to get ARC Trooper, you son of a bitch.
Oh yeah, ARC Trooper's 5 stars, 1 piece away from Gear 11, all free to play.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Drop rates have been pretty good the last couple days.
It's been not
off.
bad. It's been not bad. I've been averaging about 15 to 16 overall. I mean, at the rate I'm going, I'll have them done in the week. It's been pretty good. I mean, I'm currently, where am I at with ARC? 29 out of 85. So if I average between 16, because some days I got 20, and some days I got like 12, 13. So on
Yeah,
average,
or
I did
10, 5, yeah.
No, I haven't done any days like that yet. I mean, God help me, knock on wood, or some wood.
Well, that was me yesterday, but I've been spending at least 500 crystals a day on just Cantina refreshes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get as many refreshes in there and trying to get him to 7 stars. And then that way I can try and relic him before gas hits 7 stars, because I'm 80 out of 100 left. So I only need the last 80 shards, and then I'm going to be back and forth between putting the relics on those characters because we know we need them for light side GOTB.
Arc and gas are priority for gear. I'm not putting gear on any other characters. I'm not dicking around. I mean, I got Cody and Sarge in 11, but
yep.
I may do Watch at 12. That's about it. I'm saving gear for just, oh Lord.
Because these next couple weeks too, I mean, like, for one, again, to reference the Jedi Galactic Republic rework, it's imminent. Some of them, right?
We don't know that,
reworks.
We don't know that.
And that's true too, because Finn did reference that, you know, the last time you guys were streaming the content, that they're coming back to, you know, the Clone Wars era. Yeah, right. or at least maybe even not till the Clone Wars comes back, right? I mean, like, you're talking about like another year till these characters get reworked. That's a bit crap. But we also want to don't forget about the new movie. The new movie's right around the corner, and who knows? Maybe they'll pull what they did with gas for the First Order and the Resistance. So just be wary. Just be wary.
Your positivity is why you should be Kyber Salo.
I'm potential Kyber.
Potential Kyber. If you don't get it, I don't know you anymore. All right, Dr. Finn, are you available to talk, or are you busy? Okay, he's not available. All right, so if you would like a roster review from RSG, all you need to do is send your GG page, like our good friend Infinity said here. Shout out to his guild, NLBE Spartans. And we will be more than glad to do your roster review. Send your GG page to Finity, Finity, in our Discord, and we will go ahead and get you squared away. He'll let you know that you're in the queue, and it's about a week and a half wait for us to get to your roster. If you'd like to get that bumped head, you can become a Patreon. Not only do you support the channel, but you get the benefit of, besides all the other Patreon benefits, of getting your roster done sooner rather than later. So if you'd like that, all you need to do is message Finity, and make sure you put a little bit of what you want us to look at, questions you might have, things you want us to look at specifically. That helps us out when we look at your roster. So that's how you get a roster review from RSG. We also are doing our big celebrity. Okay, it's not celebrity. I mean, I think me and Finn are celebrities, but we're really not. But we are doing our big push this weekend for the ACS, the American Cancer Society. We're fighting pediatric cancer, and if you would like to really support us, feel free to join us this weekend, the 7th and the 8th, as we get the ball rolling. We're $9,999 away from hitting our goal of $17,500. We have all kinds of prizes and polls and things that you can look at. If you would like to support it, you can go ahead and go to this page now. It's linked down below in the Tiltify. If you guys don't know, we're going to be doing the half marathon. This is all leading us doing the half marathon and 5K runs at Walt Disney World in April, like we did this year, where we will run to represent ACS and so we are fighting the fight against cancer. I know cancer's touched all of us in some way and affected us with a family or someone we know, and especially with the kids, it's the toughest thing to see. And we recently went to the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta to kick off this campaign and hung out with the kids and dressed up as Darth Revan and Jedi Counselor Finn and brought them all kinds of prizes and played Battlefront 2 with them. So if you would like to support us in this endeavor, feel free to check out our Tiltify. And remember, mark it on your calendar. We're going to need as much support and the word spread as much as we can, guys. So start spreading the word now. This starting 10 a.m. We'll start with the Jedi Academy this Saturday, and then we're going to go 12 hours, and then Sunday we're going to be on Twitch doing it again until we get to that 10,000. We're going to get that to that 17,500 goal. All right, that being said, let's get to the questions. Let me just slip over back to the game. What is the event for today? I didn't even look. Go in here, do some looky here. Let me check that them events there right there, Zal. Let me see what's going on. Them damn people out there doing that work again. God damn it. So annoying.
Oh, them free Zetas there.
Oh, there's some free Zetas right there. Well, let me tell you what. I'm going to give you some free Zetas. Now I'm going to give you some free Zetas. All right, we're going to use the Darth Threat. Well, what team can I use? Nah, I don't have gas ready. Damn it. God Damn it, Jim. We'll just go sit the Empire. That's easy. It's quick. It's clean. It gets the job done. I don't have to sit there and do anything. All right, I get it. You're working on the roof. Quit making so much goddamn noise out there. Jesus. All right. All right. Now it's time for your questions. So let me pull up your questions while this is happening. All right. Let's do the Nightbot thing. I apologize, guys. There's nothing I can do about the noise. I just can't. It won't let me. They're out there working, fixing the roof, and they're making all kinds of damn noises. All right, questions. The questions. Oh, I have to put this on auto. Go, Revan, go. All right, first question from Dr. Gonzo. Question, how good is Battlefront 2 now? I like that they don't make you pay to unlock heroes, and matchmaking is quick, and game is mostly bug-free now. They've gotten really good on the bugs, Dr. Gonzo. I haven't played it in about 2 weeks because we've been doing other stuff. I'm going to try to get back into Battlefront. I mean, Jedi Fallen Order, I did a lot of streaming that I would normally do Battlefront in. It's really good. It really is. Now, the matchmaking can be a little wonky still. I mean, it's a little slow, methodical. It's mainly the heroes versus villain maps are the ones that are really bugged because some of the abilities are kind of messed up. For the most part, though, it's pretty clean. But the matchmaking, especially like you're trying to do by yourself with somebody, you can get people that don't join. And sometimes the matchmaking, if someone leaves, they don't actually leave and it shows them still there, and you can't get a match. So it still has some issues, but it's much better than it was before.
Yeah, it's considerably better than it used to be.
Yes, that's right. Look, everybody, it's green in the mechanic.
Sorry I'm late. I was out doing yard work and I completely forgot about this.
You lie.
I was like, oh no, I looked at the clock.
You're doing everything.
I was actually being a productive member of society today.
Oh, okay.
So.
Let's see. Zara de la Guarda says, hello all. Oh, this is Vormax. Vormax here using my wife's account. Question, do you think CG should lower a bit D as GOTB difficulty? I only got 2 Zeta Zala. I was denied. Should they lower the difficulty? Yeah. Are they going to lower the difficulty? No.
No.
So there's no point in speculating about it or what we want. All right. Hacks Redneck right there says, question, if I don't have gas, is Shock T's lead Zeta worth it still? What do you think, Xylo? Did we lose Xylo too? What the hell is going on?
Damn it, Finn.
God damn it. First Finn, now Xylo.
No, I hear.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, you're going to need it for light side GOTB, and then if you ever want to like flex the team or like stretch the Galactic Republic out.
It's a good call. RSG Vormax, who's on his regular account, not his wife, says, who were the D team who play tested as Geo said, CG, we think the difficulty is where it should be according to your expectations. That's one of their suck-ups. Sorry. If you think that that's where it should be, then you're on crack. Sorry. Whoever that person is, respect your opinion. I think you're dead.
You know,
wrong.
that's what they get for employing Finn.
Well, Finn's a different story. Let's not bring Finn into this.
I mean, like, we don't even know what to expect, like, from a scaling point, like, what's going to happen next. Like,
yeah. What
new content, mods 3.0 or level cap, whatever, you know, ability mass. It's still, we don't know what we're getting into yet.
No. Nathaniel Morgan question, will CG refund people who bought ARC if we can't do cam mission? I don't know what they're going to do, and I don't care. I mean, they'll do something or they won't do something. At this point, I just don't care. I don't know what CG's going to do. This is a complete dumpster fire. Not only is the difficulty off the chains, but now we just saw that we can't even do the damn battles because we didn't get a star in the middle. Oh, God. Let's look at that again.
I mean, if you want a refund, request one.
Yeah, just go to Google.
Instead of complaining about it, just request a refund.
Just get a refund.
And they'll give you the refund.
Yeah, don't go through CG. You go right to Google. Get your money back.
It really isn't worth the stress to complain about. Just ask for a refund.
Yeah, this is. Nathaniel Morgan question, is it worth it to pull BB-8 from JTR to put on the GG team? That's a great question. I think in TW it's a pretty solid plan. GAC, not so much. For me, BB-8 and JTR on offense works so well for me. I've been using... I just started using it on defense, but I went back to the new the new Grievous team for me has done very, very well. Grievous, Magna Guard, B1, B2, and Newt. I've been saving what's his potato head's name? Watt for like first order, just for the missions and stuff, because he does so many good things. Watt's one of those plug and play characters you can use anywhere, and just is so good. I've been really impressed with how much he boosts first order. I mean, he makes Executioner hit like a boss more than he does already, which is saying something because Executioner hits like a goddamn boss. So, but yeah, I have no problem with that. If you say you're going to run, like, instead of with BB-8 on the team, you're running JTR, Stick Ray, Finn, Resistance Trooper, and you throw like R2 in there, or Holdo. You can run a different Resistance team with that. BB-8 I think works better with Ray, but for that team, it can be countered. It does help. It makes the team a little bit more difficult, but it's still, if you have the right team, it can be countered pretty easily. Like if I'm running my Darth Revan team, I'm like, oh, I'll just steal, or my Jedi Revan team, like, oh, thank you, BB-8. I'm going to steal all your buffs. Thank you. Question 3 from Vormax. Around the corn, should CG lower the Cantina energy refresh or increase the natural energy gain per day to help a bit with Toon Relic piece farming? I really don't have any issue with this. Do you guys have issues with this? I'm fine with where it's at.
Yeah, I mean, the energy for Cantina has been what it's been for so long. I don't see them changing that.
No, and they had dropped it before. I mean, the refreshers were much more costly than they are now. I mean, it used to be 200 or something like crazy.
And then the level cap increase could potentially make it to where you can get at least another node in, right?
Yeah. So I'm kind of okay with the Cantina. I don't have any issues with the Cantina stuff right now. So Conrad Iyer Glover says, question, where do I find my guildmates roster to go through other than manager to find out how many Shock T we have? Guys aren't forthcoming at. I don't have time for the manager route. If you go to GG page, if your guild's registered on GG, you can immediately find out who has it and not. I mean, I know for us, we all are registered on GG. It's a requirement, and that's one of the easiest things where our guild officers can look at our rosters and know what's up. Right? They have it, and they mainly use it to say how many people have that character, right? Currently, right now, we have so many people with GAS, right? That's how they find out. They don't sit there and go through the manager in game or ask who has what's. They just go to GG. So, if they're not using GG, maybe make it a requirement. I mean, you run your guild and officers, whatever you guys decide is best, but it's one of the easiest ways for people to. I mean, you can just instantly go there and look and be like, okay, and it gives you can see the numbers, right? Anything else you want to add on that, Xylo? Gremlin? Good plan, solid plan, good plan, quaint plan at all?
Yeah, I mean, you can do that, or if you don't have people that register for GG, like you can just do like a Discord roll call thing, right? Like you give a thumbs up if you got it, or thumbs down if
there's
you don't.
Also, there's Discord bots. There's Discord bots. I know we have it in MC that will
lots of them
that require you just put your ally code in and it lists all your characters and stuff. That's another tool that you can get with. I don't know where you get it from. I just use it, so I couldn't tell you like the information on that. But maybe Finn knows. I don't know. He might use it. Wolfville question: when they released Relics, they said they did it, and then as not to add it for anticipated new players from episode 9. Won't a level cap increase change to mods be the same thing? I'm not sure. When they released Relics, they said they did it. Then is not to add for anticipated new players from episode 9. Won't a level cap increase change to mods be the same thing? I mean, not really. I mean, if they increase the level cap, they increase the level cap. They've got that new journey thing that they're doing. I'm waiting to see what that's all going to be about, too. They've been talking about this journey guide that they'll have new players on and stuff and helping them navigate and things of that nature. So I'm kind of... Well, I'll wait and see on that one. Let's see if there's any more questions. Refresh here.
Well, while Ranger's looking too, you know what I mean? Like, if you look at the characters that you're facing in light side GOTB, the health pool on them is ridiculously high, like higher than relics, higher than, all the 6-dot mods, right? So
Yeah.
I think that somewhere that the statistics are going to take a bigger jump than what we're expecting already, right? So they got to amplify that. I mean, I don't know how else to put that.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is the only answer, because I mean, we were talking about this, like the sheer amount of GP you need to eventually 36 stars light side GOTB. It's astronomical. They can introduce
over 300, right?
Yeah, I mean, you either introduce 80 new characters at 25,000 GP, or you increase level in cap. I don't see them in the next few months adding 80 characters to the game.
Yeah, well, like somebody did the math, and it's in order to max star light side GOTB, you need, what was it, like each player, 50 players to join, and each player needs 11 million GP per account.
Insane.
Yeah.
It's stupid. Even
all
if
right.
you max out all your characters, you can't have that right now.
And then to add, how many characters do we got this year? Like, and a third of them, Malik and Gas, were both epic confrontations, right? I mean, other than Arc Trooper, Geobrute Alpha, yeah. I mean, who else did we get this year, right? I mean, Shock T. No, I think that was the end of last year, yeah. So, I mean, like, we're still, they got to start spamming new content like they did the year before.
Even then, 80 characters they would need at 25,000 GP. I think is the number we came with. I could be wrong on that. But, I mean, because to get the GP needed, even relics, because relics don't add enough GP. They just don't. Unless they change the formula of like what the GP is for what relics get, right? They just don't add enough GP to make a difference. Even if you were to go relic 15, 8 more levels of GP, it still would not be enough, I don't think, to equal what it is. And if they do that, they're going to lose the player base, because getting relic 7 right now is absolutely insane. Right.
Well, then, like say, what if I remember you and Finn referencing, like, they might skip up to like 95. Like, what if they just go straight to 100, add 7-dot mods, and then, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot of different stats to amplify, and then a lot of different GP boosters. Plus, if those characters have ships,
right?
You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of variables that add to that. So I mean, like, they're gonna have to introduce a wave of new content all at once, which is kind of like what they've been tiptoeing into right now. Right? I mean, with introducing relics and how fast they changed the artwork from Gear 13 to relics, right? And then the introduction of relics, now there's already talks about a volume of increasing relic level. Like, that we just got relics like 4 or 5 months
relics.
ago. Yeah.
God damn.
And then they were like, oh, look at the red and gold artwork. We're really proud of this Gear 13. Oh, by the way, we're going to introduce relics 4 months later. What? It's just, like, there's going to be another volume increase. Some point or another, right? It's not going to trickle effect.
Yeah. I don't know what they're going to do, guys. That's purely speculation on our part of some of the answers. They're not great answers. I'm completely at this point, I don't care, and I'm completely at a loss of what the plan is for CG with the release of this content, why they're doing it, the way it's been introduced. It begs the question, which leads to more questions. I mean, for every question I ask, it leads to 2 more, and then I just go numb. It's like, okay, I'm done asking questions. I mean, so I just react and have fun now with this.
CG's Hydra.
Oh, God.
Cut one head off.
Hydra.
We'll grow 2.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I mean, in some regards, CG has done some good stuff here in the last year. There's been some good stuff that I really like. But the stuff that they've really borked, man, when they bork something, they go all in, man. They don't fool around. They don't half-ass it. You gotta give them credit for that. They really go all in for the fail, right? I mean, when their stuff's good, it's really good. When it's bad, it's really bad. And I'd just be happy with okay for a while. Just be okay. Just have it work and be okay, and we can go from there. It works. It's fine. You know, just some stability with this stuff, man, would make my day more than anything. You know, the game works. They've added some content. It's good. Didn't blow my mind away, but I'm like, okay, I got more stuff to do. It's working. It's fine. Can't even get that, man. Can't even get light side GOTB to be working. I mean, my sweet Jesus. I mean, not to mention all the other bugs we've had this year. They've been some
Grand Arena.
I mean, the Malik thing. I mean, Dark Side GOTV, buttons disappearing. I mean, it's been like they are not fooling around.
It's funny with the way CG handles these things. Like, remember Vader? You know, the bug with Vader.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that it's working as intended. And then, you know, like with Kylo. Oh, it's working as intended. Then people start actually using it all the time, and they're like, "Oh, well, we gotta fix it because it was a bug." When they already said it was working as intended.
My advice to you guys is, and I think Finn has said it the best, is just play the game, the parts you like, and have fun. I mean, forget about Lightside GOTB. For me, Lightside GOTB is a complete wash. It's a complete wash. I don't care about it. It is what it is. I'm not worried about it. I can't do anything in it anyway. I mean, I have relic characters, and they just get stomped, so I just don't care. You know,
Hey, Ranger.
Yeah.
Well, let's. Yeah.
Do you know what the latest character they released into the game is?
What is that, Finn?
Who's the latest character?
Arc Trooper.
No. Oh, yeah, but there's another one too.
Kiadi Mundi?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you know how we got Kiadi Mundi, right? Nobody has him yet, but they released him into the game, right?
Well, we've got to earn him. We got to earn him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. We got to earn him and everything. You know he has a bug that can cause an infinite loop.
How did they know that though? Who has
Wonderful.
It? What?
Well,
They're beta testing after it's live.
But we're the beta testers, damn it.
I know.
God
We didn't
damn
get
it.
a chance to beta test this infinite loop. I'm actually kind of upset about that. I really wish we were able to test out the infinite loop.
Finn, I'm not even gonna be able to beat the first mission, let alone to clear it, right?
Well, yeah. Getting through the bottom is a whole pain. So in order to get to the bottom, you have to go through the middle. This is the science that we're learning now.
I don't like that. I like to go from the bottom and work my way up to the middle.
No. You have to start
I mean,
in
you're
the
messing
middle.
with my technique and
It
like
is.
this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have a strategy when I'm attacking something, and that's not it. This is Chewbacca. He's from the planet Kashyyyk. That does not make sense. God.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
I unfriend you.
Here is the question to everybody.
You betrayed me.
Here is the question to everybody.
What is it?
Are you sure you really want CG to produce new content?
I'm scared now.
Everyth's broken this year.
You know, one thing that's not broken, reaching Kyber.
You get into Kyber, and you get into Kyber.
If long as you win,
Kyber.
you get into Kyber.
Oh, how about the Acklay mission was bugged? Everybody gets free Acklay portraits.
Oh God.
I mean,
I don't
who
care
would've
about
thought?
this other crap. All I care about is Kyber, Finn. Get your goddamn priorities straight. And as a fellow Kyberer, you should know this.
Don't worry, guys. CG said they're going to work on it right in the morning. It's currently 10 a.m. over in California, which means it's probably about
They've
another
got their
hour or so
croissants and
before they
coffee.
actually decide to work. Yeah, so they're probably in now. They're getting
They could
their
have eggs and
croissants. They're
bacon.
getting their coffee.
Yeah, they could have had
And because they're veteran
nice,
players, they
healthy-
understand that GOTB is really important, right?
They had a nice hearty
they're
breakfast, I
making
think.
sure that they're they're making sure that they
Potatoes.
can review everything, and then they'll start working on it starting at 11 o'clock. And then by the time that they get the solution done, it'll be about 5 p.m. over there, and then everyone's going to be gone, so they're not going to release it until tomorrow. And then by that time, the phase is going to be over, and then the problem will have resolved itself. You see, CG has a plan.
Oh, we got a question from Ultra Girl. She says, "Question: Can we rename this TB Helter Skelter?" And she quotes, "When I get to the bottom, I go back to the top of the slide." That's because you're using too much lube, Ouchie. You're going crazy with lube. Gooey guacamole. I work a few blocks from the headquarters. Want me to go pick it?
I am not sassy. I'm being legitimate. Like this is a layout for a perfect plan of implementation, right?
He can say what he wants. He can be as sassy as he wants. He's Kyber.
No, but it's true, right?
No, Finn, that's your
set the
response. You're
range.
Kyber. You can do whatever you
I mean,
want now.
think about the scenario, right? This is like the perfect scenario here. So first off, you set the reset to happen at 1 a.m., right? So then you always have the excuse of not having people on hand in the middle of the night, right? And 1 a.m. Eastern time. So let's say 10 p.m. Let's go Pacific time, right? So 10 p.m. Pacific time, everyone's gone home. So you have a perfect excuse there. So then you say you'll handle it tomorrow, right? But tomorrow is on Pacific time. And they don't really have to come into the office until about 9 o'clock, right? So you already burn away like 11 hours of the day. And there's only 36 hours in the phase, right?
Okay,
So now you're at 9 a.m. Well, of course, you can't have them working on an empty stomach. So you make sure that they have their donuts and their coffee and stuff. And that takes them until about 10
and
or 11
it could be a hearty
o'clock, right?
breakfast, and you don't know them.
Let's be nice.
It
Let's
could be
nice.
eggs,
Let's give them a little
bacon,
extra time.
sausage
That's
with
true.
some potatoes, some
I
pancakes.
do like bacon. That's true. So they could have that nice hearty breakfast, and let's say that they just take an hour, right? So then you get it at 10 o'clock. Well, now you have to figure out what you're going to do, because you're affecting like every single guild in Galaxy of Heroes, because most of them are going to go down the bottom and not have anything for the top, because in order to deploy in the bottom as well as the top, in order to get the stars, first off, if you're not deploying full to the bottom, you're just missing out on a free star, because it only takes 40 million basically to get from first star to second star in the bottom. Right, and if you're going 1 star bottom, 1 star middle, it requires 190 million GP versus just 2 in the bottom requires 120.
There's
So
a lot of bottom, middle,
right.
and
So let's just say, right, the majority of the guilds are probably facing something similar to this because they.
Wait, are we talking Galaxy Heroes? Or are we talking about sex now? I'm confused.
Both, little both. Okay, so we're gonna stay at the bottom here, and you're gonna kind of poke around in the bottom. You're gonna poke around a little bit in the bottom. Right?
All right, I like
you're
the
gonna
poke.
have the issue.
I like the poke.
Yeah,
because I'm
And you just-
I
Kyber.
have to say, wait,
and you just-
because
wait.
You just
Hold
lick
it,
the middle a
stop
little
it,
bit, right?
Stop it.
God damn it, Grim! Don't you
Stop
ever
talking
don't
about
you?
bottoms, otherwise Grande will show up.
Oh no, I forgot about that.
Well, we are gonna.
He's
so
not
then you're just
Kyber.
gonna-
He can't be here.
So then you're just gonna lick the little middle, right? You're not gonna get the star, but you're just gonna lick it a little bit. You're gonna lick the middle a little bit, get up to.
I do like to lick
Try to
too.
add all the
Poking and
GP there.
licking.
You can right. Yep. So you're poking the bottom. You're licking the middle. I mean, that's all the way it works, right?
Yes.
So then in the next phase, you're working now to figure out what the solution. Because
Sure.
resetting the phase now is a big hassle because you're already 11 hours, 12 hours into it, right? Which means they only have 24 hours. And these phases aren't really for 24 hours because they
Okay,
take a long time
sure.
to do the mission, right? But although people just go in and die anyway. So again, something that
Sure.
works to their benefit.
I
So you
mean,
can just go in and
yeah,
deploy.
you just go
24
in,
hours there, right?
You take
so now,
that shit like a man. You go in there and you get
exactly,
your ass
and you will
beat like
take
a
it in the
man.
pooper. Yep, and
And
make
if
sure
you're
you wear your
Kyber,
adult
you don't make a
diaper.
noise. You just take it.
So then now it's already been 12 hours, right? They just finished having their breakfast,
Bruce
and now
Lee.
you got to discuss what you're gonna do. So now you have to figure out what the solution is. Do they reset?
All right, Finn, that's
Do they-
enough. I'm
do
getting
they add something?
cross-eyed. You're confusing.
No.
You're
This is a
confusing the
strategy.
children out there, man.
It's not confusing it,
This-
right? Because
this is
now you
not-
have to
this
determine
is-
the strategy. It is 10 a.m.
What
Pacific
strategy?
time
You
over
go
there.
in there, you take it like a man.
No, not for the players.
Not
I'm
for the
saying this
players?
is how CG is doing it, right? So
Oh,
now
I
it's
don't
10
care what
a.m.
CG is
and they're
doing.
discussing how to figure out how to solve
I
this
don't
problem.
care.
Well, it's going to take more than 2 hours, right? So by 2 hours,
Who
it's going to hit 12
cares?
o'clock. That means you're going to hit lunch.
All
So now
right.
you need another hour, right? So now it's 1 p.m. Pacific time, which is now already almost what?
You don't
like,
know when they take lunch, Finn. It could be a late lunch. It could be a nice brunch with some.
It
some
could be,
OJ.
but no, they had breakfast. Remember, they had breakfast at 9 a.m. when they first came in. So that means they're going to take their lunch at 12 p.m. So then at 12 p.m., they have their lunch and everything, and then they reconvene at 1 p.m., only having 2 hours of discussion. Now,
did
if
you-
they have 2 additional
did
hours
you
of
guys give
discussion,
him sugar?
that takes you to 3 p.m. Pacific time, right? But then the phase is going to change over at 10 p.m. Pacific time. Now you only leave 7 hours for the players. So what are you going to do? Well, you're going to delay all the way up until 5 to 6 p.m. Say that you have a solution. You're going to work on it tomorrow, but then it's going to switch over to the next day, and phase 2 is going to be done. And then you're going to say, we are going to work on the
actually,
solution
this is
for the
kind of
next
impressive.
light side
He just won't
GOTB,
shut the hell
and then you
up.
let them deal with phase 3. You see? It's the
Someone broke
solution.
Finn.
Yeah,
The
someone.
solution is there. I'm telling you, the solution is there.
Secret Agent Finn.
Secret agent.
Agent Finn.
When no one can solve shit, you send in
Who,
the
okay, honestly,
Finn.
who honestly thinks they're gonna do something now versus come out with a statement saying that they're gonna fix this for the next GOTB? And that statement's gonna probably come
That's
around
right, it
5 or
was
6
Cinnamon
p.m.
Coke.
and not during the live dev Q&A, because you know they're getting flooded with those questions, right?
God damn it, Revenator! What did I tell you about giving Finn sugar after 9 a.m.?
I mean, sugar is good. Sugar.
Oh my god! All right, Finn. When is the Q&A? I'm so lost right now. When
It's at 3:30 Eastern time.
3:30 Eastern. So
Yeah.
we're gonna take a little
If they
break.
still, okay, let me put this all the way. If they still do it,
Oh, they're gonna do it.
I don't know. So I don't know. So here's honestly,
yeah, that's true.
this isn't me joking around or anything. This is me actually legitimately bringing this up. I don't know how they can have a Q&A bringing people off of their team while their game is broken the way it is.
Well,
they
that doesn't
did
make sense
a,
to me.
they
don't
did
wanna-
a charity stream and did that. Why can't they do this?
Well, the
No,
charity. So for in excuse of the charity stream, that issue actually happened kind of in the middle of it. So then they handled it, right? They said that they were handling it kind of as the charity stream was going on, and so they continued it, right? So that's the kind of the little excuse I give for that one. I don't know how you can do a dev Q&A with the game being broken the way it is if they don't have a solution for Lightside GOTV and not expect.
These guys are literally right
the
outside my
forum.
window. I don't know what they're doing.
Well,
some Batman shit.
I don't
can
know
tell
how they
you
can
here.
expect people on the forums and people right now on SurveyMonkey to go ahead and post things that are just going to troll the bejesus out of them.
Of
Literally,
course,
that's
but,
all
I
it's
mean,
going to be.
There's nothing to answer about Lightside GOTV because it's functioning exactly how they planned it to.
You can only troll if you're
WACGI. So, and I think Ouchie is correct. And I said this before, right? Mistakes happen. Their mistakes happen way too often. But forget about that. Mistakes happen. How you handle it is what's most important. So what is the correct way to handle this? First off, you close GOTV
Let everyone
right now.
be Kyber.
No. You close GOTV, right? And then you have to figure out what rewards to give them because of the TV. Now, here's the question. What rewards do you give them? We know for sure if CG tries to calculate what stars we were going to get, they're going to screw up. So the real only solution is to be nice to the players for once, for your major F up, and give everybody the max rewards for Lightside GOTV. Give them the get ones, the get twos, and the crystals and everything. Say, we messed up. We will fix it for the next Lightside GOTV. In the meantime, we are giving you the rewards for whatever it is, 36 stars. It will not count for the achievement, but we are sending you the rewards as if you had gotten 36 stars. And boom,
That would
it's
be
done.
great.
Right?
That would be
it would be done.
great.
We would be
Nobody
like,
would be
okay,
mad.
they messed
Nobody.
up. They're going to work on fixing it now. If they do it again, just like the Malik event, that's going to be a whole different issue. But if they do that, the problem is solved. Like completely. The problem is solved. Everyone's just going to be like, okay, they messed up. They at least gave us the rewards. We didn't miss out on anything, at least from GOTV. We'll have to figure out the difficulty next time. I mean, all of that comes standard with the game and if there's any kind of bugs.
Yeah,
But
if
if
they
they-
give some reward like that, nobody could be mad about that, right?
Nope.
I mean,
Nope. There are ways to do public relations, and CG does not know how to do them. Do you know, like most companies, like restaurants and all that kind of stuff, you know, they have like a separate fund designed in order to do like make goods in case customers complain about something, or like a restaurant, if somebody finds like a hair in there and they just eat up the cost,
Right.
like they have like a special like part of their assets set aside to cover those kind of things in case there were mistakes that happen or anything like that. CG should have that, right? There's no reason for them not to have it after 4 years of this game. They should have it. So they just need to be like, okay, let's go ahead and give the guilds their rewards, and we will fix it for next time and let it be. Just let it be. But they probably won't do that. Honestly, they'll just close it down. They'll say, we're going to fix it later, and probably just give you the rewards for the 1 or 2, 3, 4 stars that you got right now, and say, yeah, that's all you got because you didn't do the rest of the phases, and then...
They should listen to my story and say, bitch, Kyber.
But realistically, right, here's the other problem. We are now under 24 hours for that phase. So if you guys were like my guild, waiting for anything from CG in order to figure out what's going to happen, just go ahead and get your guild to start deploying. There is zero reason to wait because now you're within 24 hours. There is no way they can do anything to this phase now that is under 24 hours. because they will mess up a time zone. They can't do that. They need at least 24 hours, and they have gone under that 24-hour mark now. So the only solution is either let it be or pull the GOTB.
Let it be, let it be, oh, let it
anything
be.
else is going to be just bizarre if they make like the rest of the phases 24 hours in order to make up for the time and restart phase 2. Like all that is just going to throw off every single guild. So make sure that you guys, if you haven't already, just let your guild start going and do the missions and whatever your guys' plan is, right? And mostly it's going to be doing platoons and then deploying. So
that's right.
Go ahead and let your guild start doing that. If you guys were waiting like my guild was, there's no reason to. We're already past the time.
There's no point.
They don't take this seriously.
Christ. All right, we're going to stop the stream now because these... They're just... I think they're destroying my building.
Ranger, they're outside your window because they didn't make Kyber.
They didn't make Kyber. This is what happens. You end up working on roofs.
No, let's hang around for a little while, Ranger.
Well, we have to get ready for the thing, don't we?
Hold on. Let me DM you something first really quick.
Oh. Well, I don't have Discord open, but let me pull Discord open.
What is it, a poster? Is it something bad, Finn? I can't handle any more bad news on this
Is it
stream,
a penis number 2? Is it lube? I love lube. On the whole, I think lube is good.
Use your voice like a big boy clone.
Okay.
What is it?
All right.
Please be something good.
That's
Not.
okay. So we will Finn take over. God, this noise outside.
So I'm seeing some questions anyways. Hold on. So Vormax was asking what the link was to the survey. Hold on. Let me get all those because I posted it earlier here. There's the link. Oh, yeah. So here is the link to get the survey. And then also what I'm going to post is a link. If you guys forgot, I don't know if that link will work, actually. Yeah, that one should work. There is also a public beta test program that CG asked everyone to sign up for. So if you guys haven't, make sure you head over there. And let me get the link for that, too. If you guys have.
Make sure you join Kyber.
You guys should be attempting to join Kyber anyways.
It's amazing.
I don't know.
As soon
Well,
as you
I'll tell other people to
Kyber,
do that, and then I
you
don't
get a
care.
jack with a big K on it, with a crystal.
Oh God, I want that now. I want a jacket with a K on it. All right. So there you guys go. So I put the link in for where you guys get questions, and then also for if you guys wanted to sign up for the public beta test program. There was a post on that too. Yeah, I know. I dropped the I when I copied and pasted.
Wait.
I was supposed to say if, but
I thought we were all part of the beta plan. Or is
yeah,
it
I know.
just
But
the
apparently
Kyber?
there's a special program that you could sign up for in July. So July there was a post about a beta test program. I guess not enough people signed up or wanted to help with it. So make sure you guys sign up for it.
I was going to, but then when I heard that it was like your own account, right? I was like, I don't want to cross my investment in my account 4 years worth of what I've done and anything go wrong, right? You know what I mean? Like, I don't like the idea of that personally. That's just me.
That's what someone would say if they weren't Kyber.
Yeah.
Even if I was Kyber, I
think we have some more questions too. I saw a question by Gooey Guacamole.
Go for it. God, they're making more noise. What is that? There's
Hooray!
literally stuff flying next to my window here, and I don't know what it is.
Let me use Nightbot.
I'm reporting from my room here in Atlanta, Georgia. There seems to be a bunch of workers outside using robots and lifting things, and they are destroying my roof.
Beep boop, we are working as intended. Beep boop.
You son of a bitch.
All right. Let me see. I don't know what question did you leave off on, Ranger? I know you read the Ouchie question, right?
Hold on, let me. Yeah.
I think you did Ouchie's question, so I'll read the ones after that. So Vormax asks question: is this sex education talk or light side geo strategy? Well,
yes,
it's a little bit of both, right?
It's
a little
bit of both.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A little this, a little that. Finn's hand in your hand.
I mean, so the strategy for light side GOTB, right, is you really have to grab a hold of the bottom territory. Because it's all about going
Step
through the
1,
bottom territory
get
first,
underpants.
right?
Step 3.
But then you just need to massage the middle territory a little bit. because the middle territory, you don't
Soda,
get to
forget
start.
that
throat
shit,
and
Finn.
cut the balls.
Forget that. We just had a donation from Meow Meow. Meow Meow just donated, and we have the pickle. Oh, we have the pickle. We got to whip out our pickles, Finn. Oh. Thank you, Meow Meow. There we go. The pickle explosion has happened, and then they said, Meow Meow said, "So how are we loving Lifestyle GOTB?" Well, Meow Meow, me and being a fellow MC member along with Zyla, we were talking about the pure pain and suffering that we all endured in phase 1 of this grand experiment called.
I actually enjoyed it.
Well, I mean, Finn, you're saying.
Oh, the memes! Oh my goodness,
No,
the
memes have
memes,
been
right?
fantastic.
Bro, the episode 3 one, Anakin, right? It was like, what is it? All of us going into Lightside TV. You underestimate my power, CG. I have the high ground. And then the boss,
High ground,
I
Anakin.
hate you. I hate you.
The funniest one was like someone was talking about the GP, like you mentioned, Finn, and one of the memes was, "Hey, this is the guild from 2025 with 780 million GP. We still haven't beat
Still
phase
can't
1.
clear." Oh my god, I died when I heard that.
But so I think I've been pretty consistent about this. I rarely complain about the difficulty of things, especially when they're attuned to what is something max in the game, or in this case, attuned to something that's going to be max in the game. Because again, I feel like they tuned this to something that's going to come out within the next 4 months. Whether it's a level cap increase, whether it's relic abilities, whether it's new levels of relics, whether it's new levels of mods, whatever it is. We saw by the GP needed, just even with perfect scores, that they are introducing something in order to create a dramatic increase in our GP. And so whatever that is, I usually don't have any issue with any difficulty. And I know Ranger, we had this discussion with Gas, right? Like I didn't really have any issue with the fact that they had the difficulty that it did. I wasn't a big fan of the GP requirement because I would rather them just let players go in and lose rather than not even allowing them to go in and play and have fun losing. So, I don't really have an issue with the difficulty. I had fun with the light side GOTB battles. I'm not even going to bother with this. I was going to stream my battles and everything, but this is honestly such a big cluster. Like, it's not even what we were planning on doing.
But the only thing that matters to me is Kyber. The rest of this is nonsense.
So I actually
it's
like
accumulated to like being a hockey player. Like you enjoyed getting kicked in the teeth, and then you
I did play
at
hockey,
the end of the
so
game.
yes.
Awesome,
I did. So I enjoyed Lightside GOTB. I think it's something to work towards for a lot of players. I did like the fact that at least the for an officer side, right? And this is maybe because of me, because I'm a nerd and math nerd at that. I like looking at the numbers in what was needed for the different stars and trying to figure out what the best way was to maximize our stars and how to get the guild deploying in that way. I had fun with that. So even if it was just us going in there, dying, and then moving on to deployment, I had fun doing that, honestly. But,
we were laughing, but I mean, seriously though, but when you have, I mean, what are you shooting for here? Like, I mean, get 85, Relic 7, max mods to go in there and get destroyed. That's not fun. It's just not. You can laugh about it. I don't think
it was tuned for now.
But it's not. It's, oh lord.
No. It's not definitely tuned for the current state of the game. This is tuned for something.
Tuned for. It's just like some
it's
Dragon
tuned for
Ball
something that's
Z
probably
shit
coming. It's probably going to be 3 or 4
over 9,000
million. Their health pool in general on some of those characters were like over 1 million, bro. It's like, what are you supposed to do about that, right? I mean, like. Rex, like, you can't even get through Rex at Relic 7.
They're like, did you shoot me?
Yeah.
Did you shoot me with your laser gun? You son of a bitch.
Here's another thing, by the way. I don't know if did you talk about the hyperdrive bundles at all?
No.
Oh god, we have to cover that.
So we'll talk about that more on Wednesday, but I'm just gonna bring up something really quick here. If you guys do World of Warcraft, for example, right? A lot of times if you're coming back as a return player, sometimes they'll give you a max character, but sometimes they'll give you the previous max. So if like the level is 100, you can come back and they'll auto level your character to like level 90, and then you can go ahead and continue to progress and work your way from 90 to 100 so you can reach the max, right? So the Hyperdrive bundle is now, they gave the details and everything. And the details basically say that you're going to get characters to max. So I meant the Wednesday night stream, not just let's talk on Wednesday. I meant on the Wednesday night stream. All of you people that
Listen here, don't you
I
be
deserve
correcting
that
Finn.
considering.
Don't you correct Finn? He's Caber League.
Oh no, I deserve that as somebody that.
How dare you correct?
Wording quite a bit.
How can you
that is on me.
How dare you correct Finn when he's wrong? He's Caber. Shut your hole.
I fully embrace it because I am one that's a stickler for wording and I messed that up. I meant on the Wednesday night stream. Okay, so the Hyperdrive bundle states that it's going to take the characters up to level 85 in particular gear
and
levels.
for $1,000, you can also get a reach around.
Well, so here's the interesting part about that bundle, which is why it made me think of World of Warcraft a little bit here. If you so it's gonna, we don't know the full detail, but it looks like it's gonna be like different types of Hyperdrive bundles with different sets of characters. But if a character within that Hyperdrive bundle is already level 85, right? And let's say the Hyperdrive bundle goes up to 5-star, and you already have that character at 6-star, for example, right? They're not giving you the shards that it takes to get up to 5-star. They're literally just boosting it to 5-star. Meaning that if you have a 6-star character, you get 0 benefit out of the hyper bundle for the star aspect of it. Now there's different
pack
components
for hyperactive.
So there are 4 components that they're adding. It's the star level, the character level, the gear level, and the ability level, right? And the character level, they're taking to level 80. They're not giving you level 85. They're giving you level 80. For characters, they're taking a 5-star, not 7-star. For gear, they're taking you to level gear 8, and ability, they're taking you to 5. Kind of putting you at kind of a maybe about a 6-month to 8-month player, roughly, I would say, on some of these characters as you buy it, if they focused on it. And then if you get all of them, obviously you're boosting up to maybe like a year and a half player. But the interesting part about this is even though they're giving you 80 and 85 as the level cap, that's still kind of close. If they increase the level cap, I can see this pack kind of working out in that same way where the level cap is going to be 95 and the Hyperdrive bundle still only takes them to level 80. Because here's the problem with the level increase now. If people buy the Hyperdrive bundles now and they increase the level cap here real soon, that's going to cause a problem for everybody that bought the gear, if the Hyperdrive bundle, if they don't change it. Right? So the Hyperdrive bundle is set at level 80, and if suddenly the cap is more than 5 levels away, people are going to be investing in this game thinking they're close to the max level, then the level is going to be increased on them, and then they're going to get pissed off and probably go for a refund because that's not what they signed up for. They were trying to get within 5 levels of max in order to upgrade. So they have to be really careful about what their plan is between the Hyperdrive bundle and the new content that they plan on releasing. Because something is set to increase our character GP by over 50%, right? We're heading from 185 million GP to needing 285 million GP for character GP. And for ships, we're heading to the point where we need like 6 million and we currently have like 1.5. So to release a new player pack so close to a level cap increase is a danger for them. So they need to worry about that. We'll talk about it a little more tonight, but yeah, go ahead, Zyla.
Do you think that they're gonna go straight to 100 with the level cap? I mean, like with it being such a vast majority, like the number of the health pool and the damage output that they put out on Lightside GOTB, right? I mean, like 15 levels seems pretty reasonable to try and get up to that.
Well, so there's 2 different parts to it, right? The first part is I believe they are, because I think that's the only way you get a GP increase as much as we need in order to even be eligible to get max stars in Lightside GOTB. One thing I mentioned, by the way, is in Darkside GOTB, right? When it first came out, I ran it on my spreadsheet, and teams like TI and Ma had the potential to get 33 stars if they got perfect on their missions. And the missions were very difficult, right? And you need like high relics in order to do it. But just based on pure GP availability, you did have the possibility of getting 33 stars in Darkside GOTB. You don't have that in Lightside GOTB, and the gap is huge, particularly in ships, which is the problem, right? The character GP, again, goes from like 185 to 285 for a guild, right? And that's for the guild level. But in terms of an average per player on ships, it goes from right now where people are around like 1.5 million or so on average, I think, to needing about 6 million. and that's a huge increase in how much ship GP you need. And we don't have the ships in order to justify that. So how do you get the ships in order to be boosted, right? So you increase the level. If you increase the level to 100, you're going to get the GP boost from the characters. That's going to affect their abilities. So there's probably going to be a new tier of abilities that may be tied to relics. So we may see these relic abilities coming. And then you also get the level increase on the ship. So the ships almost get double the GP increase because the captain or the crew member and the ship get a level increase. And you can then see how if they increase the characters by like 60%, that will actually result in ship levels increasing and giving you a 120% boost, thus making it a little bit more likely that you get the GP that you need. So my guess is we're going to see an across-the-board level increase before the end of the year, depending on how angry people get.
Well, how about
that
this
level
too?
increase is going to go to 100.
What if they introduced another game mode like ships, like they were talking about in the middle of the year? They were talking about vehicles, right? What if
Do you really want them to introduce a new game mode?
No, I'm not saying it like at that aspect. I mean, like honestly, I don't know.
But how is that going to affect our GOTB, right? So let's say you add a vehicle. It's not going to fall into fleet. It's not going to fall into characters.
True. I mean, maybe potentially it could fall under fleet. I mean, I guess you're right about that too. Yeah.
But this isn't going to alleviate the GP gap that we have in light side GOTB right now.
Right. Well, I was just thinking in particular to like if they make more vehicles or like a different piece of content like that, that's more GP in general. But like you said, how are they going to incorporate vehicles into fleet or characters?
Yeah, I mean, there's probably going to be a whole different game, like a whole different reskin TB where you might end up with the bottom ones being characters, the middle ones being fleet or vehicles, and then the top one being
I've got breaking
fleet.
news from our good friend Sir Loki. He said the special mission with GK Sergeant Cody is a joke. LOL. Relic 7 GK and Relic 5 clones can even touch it. LOL. And that's coming from Sir Loki. You know.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Asuka, so to Asuka's question, she's asking
hey,
if
Toyota Canada.
So Asuka's asking if ship pilots get boosted
meow,
that
meow.
much.
Get it right, Finn.
I know, it's Asuka meow.
No, it's
Asuka
meow,
meow.
Meow, meow,
No,
meow.
it's Asuka meow. So if ship pilots get boosted, the pilotless ships will get left behind. Not necessarily. Remember that when it's all encapsulated within one, they can scale the GP a little bit different than the other ones. And they can also make it so that the ability levels are also going to increase that way. So
ships 3.0.
they can potentially scale the ships even without a crew member to scale somewhat reasonably to those with the crew member. It all just depends on how they do it. I can't say for sure they are doing that. We really haven't had too much faith in their ability to do these kind of things, but they could scale the GP accordingly and still help with all of that. So, but yeah, most FIC vehicles could be solely for GP deployment, but what would they count as? Right? Would they count as deployment for characters? Because that's what we see. And unless you just consider it ground, and if you consider it ground, then maybe you can include vehicles in there. But as it stands right now, right, we have characters and we have ships. And that's what we're deploying in. You can potentially incorporate vehicles into characters and just call it ground deployments and air deployments or something like that. But it's just going to be very odd for them to suddenly introduce that.
Well, I know like one thing all of us will agree on is like this is just one giant nesting doll feature. It's just how much are we going to get in return, right? Like is this like setting up for, like the beginning of the year, big quality of life update, right? And like, it's just, how much it's going to happen, or are we going to get all this new content at once, right? Like a level cap in mod 7.0 or whatever, you know what I mean? Like it's too much. And like you said, bro, there's so much of GP that we're missing to even sniff 36 stars, right? You know what I mean? Like,
mm-hmm. And I think that's the biggest problem here is that it doesn't even seem like it's within reach. You always want it when you do like the carrot on the stick method and you put something out in front, you want them to at least feel like they can reach it. If you make the stick too long, people are just going to give up on trying to reach for the carrot.
I hate when my
which is kind of where they are right now.
Because that
poor warrior. And
when
poor
you're
warrior
Caber,
gets
you
the stick
got
in
a
his
big
eye.
stick. You walk around with that big thing.
Yeah, I know. And poor warrior gets the stick in his eye. It's sad. Warrior was making that joke on his stream earlier today. He said he's going to be having the dad joke about a stick in his eye for pretty much the rest of his life. So it's like every time
It's
something
my
comes
Dirk
up,
needs to work on his aim then.
I gotta get running, you guys.
Baby.
I'm getting to work, so I'll see you guys tomorrow, man.
all right, see you,
Take care of
Silo. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what they decide to do in order to kind of fix the GP gap here and make people feel like they can actually accomplish stuff. But we'll see. I think there's a lot of possibilities here for what they can potentially do with this and what we'll have in the upcoming months. But I think level cap increase is the easiest way for them to do it, especially since if people in the chat want to type it right now, we'll take a look at it. But we know that CG does not like when we have too many of a resource, right? They will find ways to drain us of those resources. How many credits do people in chat have saved up right now? Just go ahead and type it. You can type it just the M for the million or whatever. How many credits do you guys have?
I'm about to be at
saved up
300
right
million.
now? I'm at
I'm at like
163.
260 million.
Yep, I'm at 163 million. Right? And so they don't want to see people accumulating millions of credits. It doesn't do them any good for people to hold on to these. Right? You're seeing people look at this. There's like nobody below 20 million right now. See, 163 is mine. Then we have 27, 50, 60, 30, 12. 12. Felipe is a little bit lower. We have 153 with Mike, 133 with Ray Rock, 30, 42, 100 with Rooster. Tealmad's at 5, 270 with Waffle Dolphin, 114 with Infinity Gaming. Right? So you guys are seeing kind of what it is, right? When there's too much acquisition of a resource, they will find ways to drain it. And they're also doing that very cleverly with ally tokens, if you guys haven't noticed, where they throw stun guns for like 50,000. And I went back and listened to the Galactic War Report, and something they said kind of bothered me a little bit. And so I want to make sure that you guys are all familiar with this here. And I'm putting out kind of a caution to all of you guys listening here. So I listened to the Galactic War Report from November 22nd. I think that's the last time Crumb and Eric were on the Galactic War Report. And they were talking about the cadence of the characters. And what they said that was disturbing was that they are trying to stick with the cadence, but they feel like they're working on a timeline that was set up years ago, and that players need to understand that these things are not permanent and that these things may change. And they would put out a post if that was to happen, letting us know that it was changing, but we should know that it's not permanent, right? We've seen that in a few things in this game already. The cadence, we're always on them about the cadence because they told us what the cadence was, and we're expecting that moving forward because that's what they told us. But it looks like they may try to change it. We're seeing that in territory battles, where heroes were not supposed to be in platoons, and now they're intentionally putting them in platoons, but making sure they're not in the same phase as when you have a special mission, including that. Here is something else to be somewhat more worried about for those of you guys, and I've been worried about it from the beginning. Galactic War Store, Cantina Store, Squad Arena Store. We have been told that we can spend that currency. How soon before they now decide, kind of like Get One, right? Kind of like Get One with General Skywalker. How soon before all of a sudden they release a character in Galactic War Store, or release a character in Cantina, or release a character in Squad Arena again, and nobody has any of their stuff saved up, right? So we as players expect the devs to tell us what they are doing, and we adjust our strategy based on that. CG has basically said, we will tell you something now, but that is only for the now and not for the future. That is effectively what Crumb and Eric said in that interview. And so for those of you that are not saving up Galactic War and Squad Arena, I would suggest just considering saving up some of it. You don't have to save a lot. And by a lot, I know it's a high amount when I give you these numbers, but it's probably about 16,000 of each. 16,000 Cantina, 16,000 Squad Arena, 16,000 Galactic War. I would save that much currency and then always spend above that. But I would save enough of that because that would allow you to get a purchase of a character as you move forward, right? Assuming that you're still accumulating currency as you continue to play. I would say just hold on to it because the last thing you want is another get one situation. Right? So I currently have, and
how dare you bring that up, Finn, you son of a...
I'm not, and I'm not saying this in any other way. I'm telling you right now, I currently have 50,000 Squad Arena tokens saved up. I currently have 26,000 Galactic War, and I have 21,000 Cantina Store because I don't believe a word that CG says anymore. Right? There's no reason to believe them. They lie as it suits them, and we've seen it. So now, if you guys are not prepared for it, right, then that's on you. Because that Galactic War report is exactly what they said. Galactic War report said we tell them something, but a year down the line, it may not be the same thing, so we can change it. So if you decide that you want to spend everything, then you'll accumulate the currency again. It's just going to take you a little bit longer than other people. So just realize kind of the situation that you're going to be. And it's not a waste, Paul Bracamonte. You may not be spending it now. You could always spend it later. It's not like you're wasting it. You can spend it in the exact same way now versus later. You're just delaying the purchase to make sure that it's not going to impact you. So, I mean, it's not wasting. You're not losing the currency by not having it. If you guys don't have anything that you're particularly working on, then just save it. If you have characters to farm, then definitely farm the characters. This is for people that have everything out of those stores and is accumulating it and converting it into shard shop currency. Just go ahead and hoard it. It's Galaxy of Hoarding. That is what they're doing. They're not just hoarding, actually. They're kind of pigeonholing you. Yeah, I mean, so GAC currency, I'm a little torn about because GAC currency. So I am not saving it. Do I think it would be a good idea to save it? Probably, but my roster isn't maxed out and I have gear that I need right now. And I'm not at a point where I ever suffer, even with my current stashes, that I am worried about my shard shop currency. I rarely have an issue where I don't have the currency in order to buy the pieces from the shard shop that I need with what I have. Right? So I'm spending my shard shop, my GAC currency. But I mean, if you want to save it, it's fine. But I would say GAC is a little bit difficult because of the gear that you get and how much you need of it sometimes, especially with the awful drop rate of the Chirotechs and the fleshlights. Like the drop rates are pretty bad on those, and so the GAC just seems easier than having to deal with all that nonsense. So it's kind of up to you, but I mean, I personally am not saving it, but I'm not opposed to saving it as well. I'm just not in a position where I'm trying to work on my characters and everything that I can save it. Shard shop currency I can because I have other ways of accumulating all of the other currencies that I'm okay with. And yeah, Paul Bracamonte, if the game ends tomorrow, what do I care? I've still played this game the way that I want to. As long as you're playing the game the way that you want to and you're having fun with it, do whatever you want.
As long as you made Kyber, it doesn't matter.
I have saved up these resources this way for the past year, and I've had plenty of fun playing this game. So if the game ends tomorrow, oh well, so be it. It was a fun ride. I had fun playing the game, and I played it the way I wanted to play it, and I enjoyed it. I just don't want to miss out on a character that's not a paywall if I don't need to. So gas getting the second time around is fine, but if something is in Squad Arena or Galactic War Store or Cantina, yeah, I don't want to miss that. There's really no reason for me to miss that. So, yep.
All right. Anything else we need to cover, Finn, or?
Let me see if there's any more questions. So hold on, let me see here something.
I'm just doing my dailies because that's what you do when you're Cabber League.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Oh, we got a question from. I got distracted with some of the questions.
God damn it, Finn.
Yeah, I got distracted.
You son of a bitch.
Let's see. I think Waffle Dolphin's where I stopped off. He said, if you go back and complete middle in phase 1, then will it unlock bottom in phase 2? Possibly in phase 3. I don't know how it's going to work out.
How it's going to work. Yeah,
it's a bug, so it's hard to predict what's going to happen with these bugs. Hell, you could do phase 1 now, and somehow it unlocks phase 4. I don't know. Just saying, we have no idea how that's going to work. It's just a bug. Gooey Guacamole question: whatever happened to the additional ability gained from relics? I was so excited about that. I've heard that Padme's ability would be to get scratched and then turn into midriff Padme. That would be awesome. That would be one of the greatest abilities ever.
Not as great as getting Kyber, but pretty close.
Mm-hmm. That would be awesome. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Ouchie. God, ouchie. Question: will RSG offer personal one-on-one tutoring service on how to do light-side GeoTV?
Sure.
Yeah, so I mean, she's talking about, you know, how you have to grasp the bottom and then massage the middle in order to make sure you get progress.
We do what we have. We do what we must. D-Perks, are you guys just going to run to the live Q&A? No, I'd like to end the stream, Finn. You know, I mean...
Yeah, I know.
Oh, wait. Skywalker Vader, new post out by CG
No, it's
Prom.
just a reminder on the Q&A.
Oh.
Yeah, he wrote, just a quick reminder that we will be doing a live Q&A today. You can submit us questions beforehand or respond to the thread in Q&A, and we will get through as many questions as we can. Click the link below, and once again, it's that SurveyMonkey link that I posted. You guys let's see. Then we have, let's see what the next question is.
I can't play TV
Isley question: Are you
Hove.
doing the live reenactment of the dev Q&A?
Yes.
Yes, we indeed are going to be. Yeah. So, hold on. Let me send you something here, Ranger.
What?
Sending you something here.
If it's a severed head, Finn, I told you about this. I don't want them anymore.
Really? But
and it's this...
well, it's really just the body of the frog. I ate the frog. I tried to be like Baby Yoda and eat the head of a frog, and then the body just kind of went flopping down. I didn't realize you're not supposed to bite.
All right, I've received your message, Finn.
Okay. They aren't going to answer. So I will give them credit last time, D-Perks. They did answer some of the hard questions. Now, the answer may have not been to our liking. However, they did have some difficult questions.
They didn't answer them, though. I don't care how difficult the question is if you're going to be all like...
No, but if you remember the first one, they didn't even like pick those questions. Like it was horrendous, the first one. First one didn't even have any of the hard questions. This time, at least, they put the hard questions, but they didn't really answer. So maybe this is progress.
There's no point if you don't answer the goddamn questions there, damn friend.
I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. Ray Rock question: Are we special? The RSG breaking news stream this afternoon?
Well,
kind of.
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, let's not get carried away here.
Yeah. So Asuka, yes, the dev Q&A is today, 3:30 p.m. Eastern time, and because they do it on the forums, and that's kind of a lame way to doing it, we are going to be doing a live Q&A, dev Q&A, where we're going to see some of your favorite CG moderators, like CG Viking.
Finn, I'm showing off my Kyber League shit again. Look at that beautiful gold and light blue portrait of Anakin.
Revenator question: Ranger, what did you do with the severed head that I sent with the pizza?
What do you mean? I ate it. That's good protein.
I thought you said you didn't want another severed head.
I didn't say. I said I didn't want another one. Once you've had a severed head, Finn, you don't need a collection of them. These aren't fun pops.
No, but you're supposed to put them on a necklace and put them around your
That's
head. Around
wrong.
your neck.
No, these aren't shrunken heads either. I'm not walking around with a big severed head around my neck. You know the human head weighs 7 pounds, right? I mean, that's a lot around your neck.
And if you have multiple of them, that's like 30.
Well, I mean, that's a lot of head.
That's right. That's another RSG gem right there. We are brain damaged a little bit.
Well, how about you?
I would just say a little. I'm just saying a little bit, but yeah.
Oh, God.
It is a good way to lose weight. Not wrong, Oscar Round.
I mean, if you lose your head, yeah.
Weigh yourself while you have heads around your neck, and then take them off, and then you can say you instantly
Oh
lost
my
like 30
God, I've
pounds.
lost so much weight. My diet of Coke and Twinkies has paid off.
That's like the oldest divorce joke too, right? Like, I just lost 185 pounds. Yep, I divorced. Like, what the hell?
Oh, God.
It's like that joke still makes me laugh because it makes people look at things in a
You
funny.
murdered your wife.
I didn't say murdered.
You committed a crime.
All right.
Just cut her head off.
All right, let's see. Next question is, hold on, I saw a couple more questions come in here. Oh, we'll go until 2:00 and then stop.
Yeah, we'll stop it too.
Let's see. Felipe Menicucci question: what is the deadline to start phase 2?
Yes.
Start phase 2?
We're in phase 2, baby.
Yeah, we're already in phase 2. Just go ahead and start it. We already told you, right? There's only 2 things that are going to happen. Yeah, I mean, there's only 2 things that can potentially happen here. 1, they continue GOTB the way it is and then just reward us afterwards. Or 2, they just straight up pull this one and then give us hopefully something of a reward and end it. Right? Those are the only real 2 options they have because we're already within that 24-hour time period where now they can't make any changes because you're now making it less than 1 day for a player to get in their attacks and deployment and all of that. So we're already past the window of correction with this. It's past the window of correction. It is either only full speed ahead or full retreat. So it's up to CG what they want to do. I don't know if they're going to give this before or after the dev Q&A, but hopefully it's before because the last thing they need is all these questions, although the questions are still probably going to come up in the dev Q&A. But yeah, so just be ready. But if you, like I said earlier, let your guild start already on phase 2. There's no reason to hold back anymore because either way, it's not going to matter, right? If they attack now, because if they're continuing on the way it is, then you want them to attack. If they're shutting it down and they're closing down territory battles, then no harm. So just go ahead and do your deployments and platoons and everything you would normally do. Try to figure out how you're going to do the territories if you didn't unlock the bottom. I am doing the we're doing middle phase 2, basically. We're leaving middle phase 1 unstarred and going middle phase 2 because middle phase 2 requires only 90 million GP. So you can actually get a star pretty easily on that one, depending on your guild. We can, because we have about 120 million guild GP for characters. So we can get the 1 star in the middle. So we're just going straight up middle phase 2 and kind of skipping it. It's going to be the most bizarre looking thing ever, but there you go. So yeah, Hawthorne, they probably should just pull it. And I think giving us our last dark side territory battle rewards wouldn't be a bad idea. I wouldn't be opposed to that either. So yeah, just they need to give us something, obviously. Max, they're not going to give us, but I would think that's what they should do considering everything that they've done so far.
Meow meow. You know how you feel like you just got duped? You know what you need? You need Kyber. Kyber will keep you from getting duped. Hit Kyber. Solves everything. I had pneumonia. I hit Kyber. It knocked that shit right out. All right, I think that about covers everything, Finn.
Yep.
And we'll be back at 3:30 for the Q&A, right?
Yeah, 3:30 for the Q&A. So guys, make sure you guys are ready.
So thanks for hanging out with us today, guys. We're gonna keep you up to date. We're gonna be streaming all day. So, Jesus, what's wrong with us? What's wrong with us, Finn? Why are we doing this?
We're brain damaged.
Okay, that one should never be used again. How, god damn, that made me angry. So I'll goddamn Finn, I will cut your penis off and shove it up your ass if you do that again. Good lord, what is that? That is horrifying. Jesus, I feel like a. I'll kill you, you son of a bitch. Oh, God, normal talk. All of a sudden, that shit pops in your ear. Like,
hold on, I want to try something that Minnie Mouse had asked for last time. Let's see how. I want to see how this works. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna switch over to this and let's see how this works.
So make sure you give us a thumbs up, subscribe.
The chipmunk pickle yodel.
Yeah. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and then please send Finn a message in Discord saying how much you are repulsed by what I just heard. If you're as repulsed as I am, let Finity, Finity, in Discord know that he is an asshat. All right, we're going to take a quick break here. We'll be back at 3:30 to do the Q&A. So be safe, and we will see you guys there. Peace out. No, we're not ending the goddamn stream like that, Finn. Oh, my God. What did I tell you? God, you're such a douche. Shut up.